Today, we build a box. When I first started woodworking, many people told me if I wanted to improve my skill set, the best thing I could do was build boxes. And I couldn't agree more. You get to practice so many different skills that'll translate to later larger projects. We'll be using cherry for this box today, for many reasons. I have a good amount of it in my scrap bin, and I love making boxes out of cherry. You can see this is true if you take a look at my Instagram. With our stock picked out, it's time for milling. First, we're going to get these cherry boards ripped down. After ripping the boards, I resawed them on the table saw. Then, I take them over and I tape them to a flat piece of plywood to run them through the planer. This is a great trick when you want to plane thinner boards. Once we have them secured to the board, then we're ready to pass it through the planer. Remember, light passes here, guys. After enough passes on the planer, we can take our stock over to the miter saw. You can also use your crosscut sled if you want. This is just quicker to knock off the edges and get them square. With the edges square, we're ready to make our box joints. For this, I'm using a jig from Rockler. This jig is awesome. It makes the process of cutting box joints simple. Remember to practice good safety here. Wear eye protection and keep your digits away from sharp spinning metal. With the box joints cut, we can test the fit. Here we are looking to see if the joints are too tight or too loose. Happy with the fit? We can go ahead and glue everything together. Do your best to get equal clamping pressure from all sides of the box here. Take the time and inspect all the joints. This is a great time to add some sawdust and glue filler. Woodworking is all about minimizing imperfections in your work. Once we're out of the clamps again, we can go ahead and glue the lid on top. Again, try to get equal clamping pressure all around the box. This is one of those times you never can have too many clamps. After the glue dries, we get it out of the clamps and we're ready to trim up the edges. For this step, let's use the bandsaw. It'll make quick work of trimming the excess wood around the edges. With the bolt cut off, now we can move over to the sander and clean up the edges. Another reminder to always wear your PPE. Here's a great time to wear a dust mask or respirator to keep this harmful small particle dust out of your lungs. With the side sanded down, let's open this box back up. For this we go back to the bandsaw. Go slow, avoid blade drift. A sharp and well-tuned bandsaw goes a long way for this. We're getting close to the end. We can start putting on the final touches. Here, lay out your hardware. I'm using my combination square to set the distance from the edge for the hinges. With the hinge location set, I take my hole punch and mark spots for the screws for the hinges. I pre-drill the screws by hand, that way after the finish is applied I can put them all on in the same location. With the hardware locations laid out, it's time for the finish. For this I'm using what I call the Trinity. It's a 3-part finish I got from Ian Curtis. 1 part oil-based poly, 1 part mineral spirits, and 1 part boiled linseed oil. It gives a rich dark finish to this cherry without too much sheen. I applied 3 coats of this finish to this project, waiting about 12 hours between coats and giving a light sand. After the final coat is dried, you can install the hardware. And with that, this project's finished.